Hello everyone, welcome back to Dr. Wayne Dyer's 101 Ways to Transform Your Life. Here we are today with part 26, part 2-6, a true quarter of the way there. And this principle is one of, if not like the best principles we have in this whole series. Okay, now I did a whole video specifically on this because I actually got this technique straight from Dr. Wayne Dyer, how to get rid of guilt in your life. His Peloponnesian War technique is what really got me on this path towards enlightenment, particularly around guilt. So this principle is particularly close to me because he says, get rid of the fear, get rid of the guilt. And this principle is really more about getting rid of the guilt than it is about the fear, but he really goes into guilt. Now, fear is there a little bit, but it's mostly just the guilt. He's saying guilt is a waste of your time. It's a waste of the mind. It's a waste of your present moment, okay? Whenever you're spending time feeling guilty, it's a waste of your time because everything that has happened has already happened. There's nothing you can do about things that have already happened unless you have a time machine. So if you don't have a time machine, which I assume is most of us here, if you have a time machine, then send me the blueprints. Is it negative mass neutrinos like what makes it tick? But otherwise, I would say, forget about guilt, okay? It's a waste of your present moment. It's just ruining your life. And he's saying you can get rid of guilt. It's just a thought away. Now, I've met many psychologists, therapists, people like that, people who practice psychology just in all its forms as professors, etc., who just think this idea is radical. Getting rid of guilt, is that possible? But I'm living proof that that is possible because I got rid of my guilt using this technique. It is just fantastic to live a life where you don't feel shame, you don't feel guilt, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you don't learn lessons. This doesn't mean that you don't think you want to do things differently, because you do. It's just guilt's like an extra slam on top of things. Like, you're going to learn your lesson, and then guilt picks up a sledgehammer and slaps you in the face with it and, caves in your skull. He's just like, no. And that's just a waste of your present moment. That's a waste of everything. Guilt is truly one of the worst things in your life, and you can get rid of it so easily. And I'm glad that Dr. Wayne Dyer brought this kind of principle out so that people like me could really understand it and use it. And I think it's something that everybody can use, including you. And so I recommend you give this one a shot. Just get rid of guilt and think about it like this. I'm going to give you his technique out of some of his other work that says, whenever you think about feeling guilty, think about the Peloponnesian War, okay? Think about this war that happened over 2,000 years ago and think, do I feel guilty about that? Well, no, because it's in the past. Should I feel guilty about anything else in the past? Because after all, it's already over. And if I can't change it, what's the point in feeling bad about it? So work with that technique, use this kind of stuff, and I will see you guys next time with part 27. So stay tuned.